Hey, so I'm not dead, but my wallet might be, because we're going to be going over some of the figures from Wonder Festival Winter 2023. Pop-up parades, they can be hit or miss, but I think it's pretty cool when they have a regular one next to the large or extra large pop-up parade. So we have Yuta from Jujutsu Kaisen next to the large Rika. But going beyond the heavens for the Gurren Lagann set, we have Simon screaming his little lungs out, and I say little because he will be paired with the massive mech, which will be an extra large pop-up parade. As usual, the VTuber figures look really good. Callie looks really nice, but unfortunately she doesn't have her scythe. If you couldn't afford the freeing bunnies, these might be a nice alternative. Pop-up parade will be doing a large set of bunny figures for each of the Konosuba girls. We got to see prototypes for Aqua and Megumin. Unfortunately, Darkness will be coming later and we have no idea what she looks like. I also found this Shion pop-up parade pretty funny. If you don't know, in Tales of Arise, she wears a complex white dress with a lot of little details, but they decided to put her in a simple, plain red dress. I assume just because they were like, that would be way too expensive to do her regular outfit. With how popular Cyberpunk Edge Runners was, we are getting pop-up parades for them. Naturally, we got David and Lucy, though I do think Lucy doesn't look the greatest here. Hopefully she looks better once she's painted. But a nice surprise is that we're also getting Rebecca. I think a lot of people were worried we wouldn't get anyone besides the main two characters, so it's nice we got Rebecca because she is a fan favorite. And we'll also be getting a Nendoroid for her. As usual, a bunch of Nendoroids got shown, most of them being very cute or silly. Hopefully some of your favorites got announced, but a few surprises for me were Bash with his old hairstyle. I still haven't gotten used to his new one. More Doki Doki Literature Club ones. With how dark Monica was, I hope these are just as crazy. But the craziest one was the Chucky Nendoroid. I wouldn't even risk owning this because it might get possessed and end up murdering me, and I hate to be the guy that got killed by a Nendoroid. But the only Nendoroid that they showed that I would actually consider getting is the Bobobo Nendoroid, which is such an old and wacky series that I'm really surprised I got any merch or figure. So I'm definitely getting that. Oh, and maybe this silly little octopus body case thing. But is it as silly as a Figma of the Mona Lisa? I'm not sure, but I just love the fact that she looks like she's just saying, "How's it hanging?" next to her painting that's hanging on the wall. You know, okay, that was a stupid joke. But we also got some really cute figures this year. My personal favorites are the Ribos figures. Super adorable designs by the artist Star Shadow Magic. This Teapot Cat is another entry in the Tea Time Cat series of figures. And then we also got Jupiter for the Desert Planet series, which I already have Mercury pre-ordered, but I'll probably be getting both of these. Continuing on the cute train, I guess it wouldn't be a Wonder Festival if we didn't talk about Miku Figures. A few that stood out to me are the Sega Panda one. Unfortunately, it doesn't look as good as the artwork, so that one's a little disappointing. I think the lack of the bamboo background kind of loses a lot of charm, and the food doesn't look as good, but it's still very early in prototype. Then we have this Racing Miku, which I only noticed because it's the same artist that designed the Ryza character, so you can really tell from the iconic thigh squish going on here. There was also an announcement for this really cool Miku, this rocker Miku from Design Coco. I think this would look really cool with the Lam Miku. And there were a bunch of really great ones from Spirit Tail, but my personal favorite is the Cat Miku with the tablet pen. Hopefully she can hold your actual pen, that'd be super sick. But the original artwork for this is insanely colorful, I love it. And with so many Mikus out there, I really gravitate towards the ones with crazy, distinct, or unique art styles. And this is certainly one of them, so this is for sure a pre-order for me. But just like Miku, there was an ocean of Azure Lane figures. My personal favorite was this crazy fox-tailed one. Some other gacha figures I really liked were this Girls Frontline one, this Blue Archive, just an insanely sick design. I usually don't like figures with like hats and masks, but I don't know, I think this one just pulls it off really well. This Princess Connect Redive figure, she basically looks like Gacha Velvet from Tales of Berseria with all the belt buckles and the red and black. Just insanely edgy, I love it. There was also Chibi, New Jersey, if you didn't want to buy the 66,000 yen freeing bunny. And finally, Eula from Genshin Impact is getting a figure. But I'm a little mad at MiHoYo and Genshin Impact right now, but that's a rant for another time, so I don't know if I'm going to get this figure. These next two series are ones I haven't seen, but I think they're really cool sculpts, but I'm just a little worried. The first one has this giant weapon, which I'm really curious if they're going to be able to make this without a giant support rod on the end there. And then this next one has this really cool like flying or floating figure with insane flower dress. Should look super amazing once it's colored. But I think it's funny that the only way they can pull off this pose is by sticking a rod up her butt. I'm just very curious if that's enough to hold her up, or if the support rod is just gonna bend over time, or even worse, just end up breaking. But one thing I do like to see break are faces, and that's where the fighting game figures come in. This year we got a bunch of Guilty Gear Strive figures, which I couldn't be more excited for. Unfortunately, 8 out of 9 of them are all for Bridget, which is great. She's got an amazing design. I just would have liked to see a more variety of characters. I believe Bridget is the most popular Guilty Gear character in Japan, so she's getting a Pop-Up Parade, a Nendoroid, a scale figure from Kotobukiya, QuezQ, Mimiyoi, Fat Company, E-Stream, Spirit Tail, and Broccoli. But personally, I was just really excited to see Union Creative's Biken figure. This one's looking very good. Hopefully they don't drop the ball on this. And then Max Factory has an amazing Chun-Li figure with some crazy thunder thighs. But speaking of thighs, I will probably get this Black Lagoon figure. Some other miscellaneous figures I really liked were the Power one from Sega, the Tatsumaki from Belfind, this Ray figure. I believe this is a collaboration with a makeup brand, though I will say the red lipstick is a little much for me personally, but otherwise a great figure. Like Chorus Recoil getting a bunch of figures. The Good Smile one is actually already out for pre-order and for a really good price, so props to them. Ruby is also getting some really nice figures by Good Smile. I still need to watch Ice Queendom before I can even consider buying these. There was also a bunch of figures for characters designed by the artist Neko. These first two were Figmas and now they're being made into proper scales. These two designs are also really cool, but the one that I would probably most likely buy is this one by iDelete. I'm not sure on the company. They also have a very cool Albedo figure. Definitely a figure line to look out for. I also really want to get a Bochi figure at some point. The FNEX one looks the nicest so far, but I refuse to buy any Furyu figure until they calm down with their prices. But Aniplex has got us real fans covered with this little wacky figure here. Aniplex also has an A2 figure being made, which I'm pretty excited to see. I was disappointed that Kadokawa still hasn't painted this Power Bunny, but another bunny that did get painted was the Artoria Bunny. This is the only freeing figure that I am probably gonna get. I just absolutely love the casino theme bunny. Hopefully I don't need to win the jackpot to afford this, given some of Freeing's recent prices. And finally, on the opposite end of the spectrum, we have a prize figure of Fiona Frost. But hey, that was some of the figures that really caught my eye at this Wonder Festival. I'm sure I forgot a bunch of them, so let me know what you're excited for in the comments, or better yet, hit me up in my Discord. It's a little easier to chat and discuss figures there. If you want to support me, you can buy me a coffee. But as always, thanks for watching, subscribing would be awesome, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye bye.